Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about a movie I really enjoyed, namely The Last Samurai. I think you'll enjoy that movie too, if you like Japanese culture, swords, movies about samurai, or simply good soundtrack, because the soundtrack is just extremely good. So concerning the plot, the movie takes place in the 19th century, during the Meiji Restoration of Japan. During that era, and during the movie, the Japanese monarchy tried to modernize their army, so they're getting rid of the samurai, they were throwing them out, which causes them to rebel, and they get an army of conscripts with guns. To train that army, they hire Nathan Algren, along with other American soldiers, and they want them to train their army. And they agree, and they start training the army. And later during the movie, this Nathan Algren gets captured by the samurai during a battle, and the samurai start teaching him their way of life, or what it means to be a samurai. And Algren is impressed. Algren grows more and more respect for those samurai, and later in the movie he starts questioning his allegiance. Should he fight for the Japanese monarchy once it's free, or should he fight for the samurai? So yes, the movie is basically about that. I won't tell you any more of the story. Concerning the characters, I chose to talk about two of them, because there are many other characters, but they're the most important ones. Well, first there is Nathan Algren, the main character, played by Tom Cruise. So he's a Civil War and Indian Wars veteran, and he's profoundly haunted and scarred by one of the campaigns he participated in. In fact, he participated in a Native American massacre, where they killed women and children and defenseless people, and that really scars him. And there is Lord Muritsugu Katsumoto. He is the chief of the rebel samurai, and he's the archetype of the Japanese samurai. He is a good warrior, he has honor, he is a calm and posed individual, confident of what he does, and he is a poet, not only just a big brute. To continue, the soundtrack is just great. I loved it. It's Japanese traditional music, and it's all been written by Hans Zimmer. If you don't know him, he wrote the soundtracks for The Dark Knight, for The Lion King, and for The Gladiator. All those three soundtracks are extremely good, and Hans Zimmer is a very talented individual, which did him do an extremely good soundtrack for this movie, namely The Last Samurai. And just to finish, I would also like to point out that it received extremely positive reviews from Japanese. So it is pretty close to Japanese culture, even if Americans have done it, and everybody knows they've not always succeeded in depicting the Japanese in a perfect manner. So it tells really much about the realism of this movie. Go watch it. It's extremely good. You will not regret it. Thank you for your attention.